You're watching Buzz with Jess Lujan.
Good evening, Guam. I'm Jess Lujan. Welcome to this edition of The Buzz. My guest this evening is the Deputy General Manager of the Guam Visitors Bureau, Nate Denight. Know Nathan, famous guy. Uno magazine?
Yeah, Uno magazine. We did some advertising and commercials as well.
That's right. We've done some few things together over the years too with your family as well. But now he's the Deputy General Manager of the Guam Visitors Bureau. And tonight's discussion will be basically the upcoming trip from not only the Guam Visitors Bureau but the Chamber of Commerce and GHRA in putting Guam's, making Guam known to the Department of Defense as well as Homeland Security, and in our efforts and our desires to open up, again, more tourism markets, most especially the China and Russia markets, basically maybe in the parole system of the visa waiver, right? Tell us about that.
Yeah, so I mean, this has been a big initiative between GVB, Guam Chamber of Commerce, GHRA, also Chinese Chamber of Commerce, and the Governor's Office and legislature. We've all been working together to try to get China and Russia incorporated into the Guam CNMI visa waiver program. For this has been an issue that's been going on since 2008 when the Natural Resources Act was passed that federalized the Saipan immigration system and combined it with Guam's. Yeah, but the whole point of combining is to treat the region as a whole between Guam and CNMI to build tourism in the region. Since that time, as everyone knows, China and Russia weren't included for Guam, but has been under parole authority for CNMI. Parole authority is something that Homeland Security has that allows them. It's an administrative tool that they have to allow certain markets to enter, but
they imposed a parole authority actually when the Filipino workers first built Guam after World War II.
Yeah, exactly. So right now, Department of Homeland Security could include Guam and give Guam parole authority. Ultimately, we like to be included as a final rule, but we'd be happy right now for parole authority so we can start receiving Chinese and Russian visitors.
Now, Nate, one of the concerns are, of course, the world definitely changed after 9/11. It's definitely changed, and the way we do business, the way we travel now. I mean, we almost have to, we get dressed at home and then get undressed again when we go to the airport to get dressed after that as well. In some areas, boy, there's very little privacy in some of the major, hubs in the United States with the security checks and everything. And again, after 9/11, a lot of things have changed. Of course, the emergence of China in regards to their nuclear capability, situations with them and the Philippines at this point, and the dispute of some islands, likewise Japan as well. So these are probably, of course, their concerns because of our proximity to these areas here, and we're known as the tip of the spear. Your chairman, I guess, of the emerging markets, Bruce Koppenberg, last night was quoted, a story by Nick Delgado, that the delegation that'll be going to D.C. basically will be meeting with Homeland Security and Department of Defense, right? And basically, pleading the case basically for Guam. And he says basically they're going to, his quoting says, we're going to ask him point blank what the security concerns may be. And if you don't necessarily support it, but take a neutral point in that. My concern with this, Nate, is that I think if we go over there with that attitude, with what are your security security concerns are you going to have? Part of Defense Homeland Security is going to say, let me show you this map. Let me show you where Guam is. Let me show you where China. Let me show you where Russia is at. Need I say any more?
Yeah, that's a good point. Definitely national security is always a concern, and Homeland Security and even DoD is always going to be concerned with that. But at the same time, China is a #1 trading partner with the U.S. and every place we deal with them on a daily basis in so many different ways. With whether it's trade, through economies. So I think here in Guam we're not part of the continental U.S. We're a little farther out, and I think we can mitigate some of these security concerns. Of course they're there and we respect that. But at the same time, if you look at Japan and Japan just did a visa waiver program for Chinese, and it's interesting. In Japan right now, you have to travel to Okinawa first and at least be there for 1 day, and then you can travel through the rest of Japan. So I mean, if we did something like that for Guam, we could. I'm not saying it would happen because we don't have enough hotel rooms to accommodate all the Chinese, but something like that would be great. And so I think there's ways to. We're not going to go in there and tell them, yeah, this national security is not a concern, but I think we can work together to mitigate these concerns. And you can look at the CNMI. They have had no serious incidences since they had parole authority, and that's what we're saying. Give us parole authority. It's a trial thing. DHS, anything happens, they could always yank it away. So it's also, we want to respect their concerns, but I think they can be mitigated if we work together.
Okay. Hey, you can dial us at 632-8255 or 632-TALK. You want to get into this conversation, but let's take a quick break. We'll be right back.